Hey, I'm Kelso Tomzak, and this is Boosted Racing Channel. Join us while we assemble my EJ257 for my 2007 WRX. We got a setup with forged pistons, H-beam connecting rods, and some king bearings and stuff like that, I believe. Heads by Drew built me a set of Killer B25 heads with some GSC springs and new valves. We stuck with stock cams on this one. We're not running crazy horsepower yet, and from what I've heard, the stock cams will do. As of right now, power goal is probably 500-600 range once we eventually get that STI 6-speed in here. But we also got the Ford Performance Turbo FP Red that got rebuilt. We picked up a Killer B windage tray. This apparently helps with oil sloshing in the oil pan. Have a great tuner. Braden over at FSI is going to make certain this thing's tuned legit. This beautiful blue Gates belt. And then I saw these recently on Import Image. I hadn't seen these alloy IAG cam gears, but for $120 some, definitely worth upgrading these because the other ones are plastic. So PRL clear timing covers, probably my most exciting thing. I'm happy to try these out. I haven't seen many people run these.
Especially if you're going to have some cool cam gears, you might as well have a clear timing cover, right?
Might as well. So first step is we're just going to hand tighten these. I am going to put my little Allen head in here and just snug these up. I'm not going to apply any major torque to them. Just going to make sure they're all nice and even and that they're snug, not torqued down to any particular measurement. At that point, we're going to make certain the surface is really, really clean. Stick our... Ooh. Damn! There's a car in the distance that's just crazy right now. That's going to be us soon. We're almost there. Just a few more steps.
You said to cross thread these, right? To make sure they seat nicely and don't come out ever?
Cross thread's better than no thread, baby. It's better than Loctite, it's cheaper.
If you use an impact, it's almost like welding.
Yeah, if you use an impact on these, I think that's the best thing.
You gotta start it cross-threaded. And sometimes you do a little hammering. You hammer it when you like put the first thread and hammer it.
The old
and
hammer
then you
method.
impact it the rest of the way. Shit's never coming out.
Yeah, don't listen to him, guys.
Look at that concentration on his face.
Just right.
Oh yeah, nice and gentle. Look at that.
Also, you got to make sure you come in the right attire. If you come here in like a Honda shirt or like a Nissan GTR, maybe a Supra shirt, whatever you're trying to build an EJ, that shit's not gonna go right. You gotta have some Subi gear on. she is. One head down, second one to go. Lines up. Oil galley right there. There's not a side specific gasket, guys, so just make certain you got that. Alright, we're back, day 2 on this build. We're getting the water outlet thermostat housing put on there. We got the new water pump installed. I got some fresh bolts from Ace Hardware because you can't skip those little things. I mean, got all these brand new parts and got all these old dirty crusty bolts. Might as well get some fresh bolts on here as well. So we got some fresh 10 grades and we're gonna start assembling the timing belt this morning. Alright, we got our Killer Bee Motorsports baffle plate installed here. We're only going to use these 2 bolts here in the back. I'd suggest tightening this one first. We're actually going to use the other 2 bolt holes to secure the pickup tube. This is the IAG pickup tube. Decided to go with this one because honestly just kind of like the design more than the other ones I'd seen. But alright, we're getting the oil pan all dropped on finally. We're gonna lay a nice little bead of some right stuff. And honestly, it's okay to let it set for a few minutes before we stick the oil pan on. We stuck a fresh coat of paint on there, so that oil pan's gonna be looking brand new again. We're gonna go ahead and get everything sealed up finally. Get those. Alright, we got the gates belt on. We're going to go ahead and spin the engine over twice. Make certain that the marks line up. These belt marks with these lines right here are purely for setting the timing. They will not line up in 2 cranks or revolutions or so. We basically are just using that to set the timing up initially. It takes like some 2,000 revolutions or something like that for those to come back around and line up perfectly. So we're going to go ahead and start spinning it. And we want to make certain everything feels okay and goes smoothly, because if we have anything binding up or anything like that, any loud pops or anything that feels weird, we'll probably have something going on, either the valve train, or piston, you know, skirts or something like that. But if everything goes over smoothly a couple times, we should be in good shape. Dude, that looks sick. Alright, we got the long block fully assembled. At this point, we're going to start doing the exhaust, get the turbo on there, and finish up with some of the fun stuff. Get this thing ready to drop in the car. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.